Chapter 482, The 24 Personalities of Crumb. It starts at the estate. We were sitting and reading books. Sora T. Hey Louise, how would you like me to teach you how to play tennis? Killer Frost. It would be an honor, Sora. I've always wanted to play tennis. Me. That's cool you want to do that, Louise. Killer Frost. Thanks, JD. Lincoln. How's Maureen doing, by the way? Killer Frost. She's doing awesome, Lincoln. I visit her once a week to check on her and she's doing great. Lainey. I'm glad, Louise. I get a message on my phone and it was a terrible message. It said that Kevin Wendell Crumb aka the Horde has escaped from a maximum security insane asylum and vanished from sight. Me. Gasp. Oh no. Lori. What is it, JD? Me. I just got a message on my phone and it said that the nut job Kevin Wendell Crumb, aka the Horde, has escaped from a maximum security insane asylum. Luna. Dude. That wacko nut job with 24 personalities is on the loose again? Me. Yeah. Mike. Crumb has split personalities. I know what that's like. Me too. Lainey. How can one person have 24 personalities inside of him? Lisa. Dissociative identity disorder can cause an individual afflicted with it to have more than one personality and it can be really confusing. Me. No kidding. He kidnapped 3 women and he has a deadly personality with superhuman strength called the Beast, and that personality is out for blood. He killed 2 of the girls and 1 escaped. My guess is that he wants to find them so he can finish what he started. Lainey. That could be the case. Me. Yeah. But this time we won't let him do this anymore. Sora. Bioman. Killer Frost. Lisa. Dexter. Nico. Nicole. You all come with me. We're gonna kill him. Nico. You got it, JD. Me. Let's get him. We set out to where Kevin is it. We arrived at a huge oil tanker off the coast of New York City. Me. So he's on an oil tanker. Lisa. It is indeed fitting for him. Dexter. Russian-German accent. It sure is. Me. Stay with me, guys. Lisa and Dexter will face him, and if the Beast comes out I will face him. Lisa. Affirmative. We go into the ship and it was quiet. I sensed 24 signatures and it meant that he was close. Me. He's close. I feel all 24 of his signals. Lisa. Very unusual. Sora. It sure is. Nico. How will we find out what he looks like? Me. You'll see. We walked around and saw Kevin. He was a bald man and he was dressed like a woman. Sora T. That is wrong on so many levels. Me. I agree. But with 24 personalities you never know who he will become. I explain the personalities as follows. Hedwig. A 9-year-old boy with several compulsive behaviors, such as proclaiming that he has red socks, crawling on bent knees, and ending sentences with etc. He loves to dance crazily, draw, and he is disciplined by the other personalities. He befriends Casey. Hedwig is rather gullible as a result of his innocence and naivety, easily baited by Casey at one point and cowed by some of the other personalities, very few of whom truly respect him. He is awed by the power of the Beast because of his childish nature and his desire to not be dismissed and made fun of anymore. He is largely subservient to the other personalities, despite his ability to take the light at will, especially Patricia, whom he calls Miss Patricia. He speaks with a lateral lisp. Barry, the original dominant personality in Kevin's head, calm, level-headed to some extent, and working to control the other personalities and to protect Kevin. Barry is the personality that is used to communicate with Dr. Fletcher, but he is exploited by Dennis in the latter's bid for control over Kevin's head. He's a charismatic, somewhat effeminate male, with an incredible talent for fashion and design. It is implied that he is a very commanding individual, described at one point as an extroverted leader. Dennis, one of the more disturbing personalities, Dennis is cold, temperamental, and has a perverted liking for watching young girls dance naked. He demonstrates traits of obsessive-compulsive disorder in a firm, sometimes violent, tendency towards cleanliness and order, most likely duplicated from Kevin's abusive mother to help Kevin survive in the household. Dennis is devious, being shown to have been masquerading as Barry since the very beginning of the film. However, Dennis' efforts to conceal himself aren't perfect, since he overextends himself in trying to convince Dr. Fletcher that he is Barry and is unable to ultimately conceal his OCD. Patricia, a sophisticated, orderly, polite woman who has considerable command over some of the other personalities, claiming that the others listen to her. Patricia is very disciplined towards the other personalities, and towards other people, and is also very calm. She assures Casey, Claire, and Marcia that Dennis will not touch her because they are to serve a greater purpose than Dennis's desires. Patricia is revealed to be surprisingly dangerous in her own right, as evidenced by her calm, but extremely threatening, way of dealing with Marcia by soothing her verbally whilst holding a knife to her stomach. Patricia is a perfectionist, reacting angrily when she cuts a sandwich in awkward halves before doing so again. The Beast, by far the most dangerous, hostile, and terrifying of all the personalities, the Beast is the 24th identity that resides in Kevin's mind. The Beast is a malevolent figure, idolized by Dennis, Patricia, and Hedwig, who all awaited the Beast. He is extremely violent to the point of savagery, having an unquenchable lust for human flesh, and an intense perspective that the rest of the world are impure because they haven't suffered like he has. The Beast possesses superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, invulnerability, and pain tolerance. It can rip metal bars apart and snap a human body in half with its bare hands. It also has the ability to climb walls using even the slightest grip. Finally, the Beast is incredibly hard to kill, since bullets are virtually ineffective against it and knives shatter against its skin. Jade, she appeared on a video log and briefly appeared after Casey called Kevin into the light. Jade seems to act like a typical teenage girl with a foul mouth. She apparently has diabetes and needs to take insulin shots for it. Orwell, he appears briefly when Casey calls Kevin into the light. Orwell is an introverted, highly intelligent man whose verbosity tends to overshadow his intended meaning. The rest of the personalities are as follows: Heinrich, Norma, Goddard, Bernice, Polly, Luke, Rachel, Felicia, Ansel, Jelen, Cott, BT, Samuel, Mary, Reynolds, Ian, and Mr. Pritchard. Sora T, boy, this guy has some major league problems. He should have been locked up forever. Me, he was in this time he will die. All of him. Lisa, affirmative. If he has all those personalities including a dangerous one like the Beast, then this guy is dangerous to the core to himself and everyone around him. Dexter, he needs to be wiped off the planet. Me, yep. Let's go. We jumped down and Lisa and Dexter kicked him and sent him crashing into the wall. Crash. Me, Kevin, Wendell, Crumb, you all are gonna die today. Kevin got up and he saw us. Kevin, JD. Knudsen. So nice of you to come. Me, we aim to please. Kevin, Patricia the Beast must feed and now you are gonna be his meal. Nico, not a chance. He will die like all of you will. Lisa and Dexter jumped and Lisa kicked him in the face and Dexter used a wrench and clubbed him in the stomach and punched him in the face and kicked him in the back. Lisa punched him in the stomach and kicked him in the back and punched him in the crotch. Lisa fired a laser at him and burned him in the shoulder and she clubbed him in the head with a wrench as well. Dexter leg sweeps him and kicks him in the back and pile drives him in the stomach, sending him crashing through the floor and into a tank of oil. BLAM. Splash. Nico, he wasn't that tough. Me, no Nico. He's really tough and here comes trouble. We saw Kevin get up and he didn't have his shirt on and he was muscular and he was roaring. Me, so the Beast is awake. Now it's time for me to go all out. I go Super Angel too and went at Kevin and we clasped hands. He was incredibly strong and he had superhuman strength in war. Me, grunts, you are seriously one major league. Censored, up monster Kevin. I should have killed you the moment I saw all of you. Kevin, beast you are my prey JD. I will enjoy eating your flesh. Me, there won't be anything left of you by the time I'm through with you. This time you all will die. I punched him in the face and kicked him in the stomach and sent him crashing through the wall. Crash. He ran at me with incredible speed and I ran too and I kicked him in the face and punched him in the crotch and kicked him in the back. He then grabbed me and threw me into the wall. But I rebounded and kicked him in the face with devastating force and sent him flying into the wall again. He was really mad and he went at me screaming in a ballistic rage and I did the same and we clashed in a huge shockwave explosion. I punched him in the stomach and he punched at me and I dodged it and kicked him in the face and knocked out some of his teeth and he kicked at me and I dodged it and I kicked him in the crotch and punched him in the face again and he belched out a huge amount of blood. The fight was so savage, ferocious, and brutal that it was unbelievable. I punch him in the face and kick him in the back and pile drive on him and send him crashing through the floor and he splashed into more oil. Sora T. Bioman let's get him. Bioman, right. Bioman digivolved. Bioman digivolved too. Bioman became Bird Ramon. Bird Ramon, echoing, Bird Ramon. Kevin got up and jumped onto the floor and he saw all of us ready to fight. Me, Kevin I will never forgive you for everything you've done. Bird Ramon, let's fight him on the deck of the boat. We're gonna use our combo. Sora T, good idea. Nico, let's go. We fly through the roof to the deck and landed on it. Kevin, beast, you won't escape me. He jumped after us and we landed. Bird Ramon, let's do it Louise. Killer Frost, you got it. Bird Ramon, echoing, meteor wing. Bird Ramon fired a bunch of fireballs from her wings and Louise fired a stream of frozen wind. Bird Ramon and Killer Frost, ice flare storm. The fireballs became blue ice fireballs and they hit Kevin and burned him with the temperature of liquid nitrogen and covered him in bad freezer burn scars. What Kevin doesn't know however is that the whole ship is wired to explode. Lisa and Dexter planted nitroglycerin and C4 explosives all over the oil tanks and rigged them to explode in 10 minutes. Kevin, beast I will have your flesh if it's the last thing I ever do. Me, I don't think so Kevin. Your time is up. We fly away and the timer on the bomb was on 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Crab-o-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-I-am. The whole ship exploded into a massive fireball and the heat coming from it was unbelievable. Kevin saw the explosions coming towards him and when it enveloped him he was incinerated in an instant. The whole ship then exploded in a massive big explosion. Me, burn in hell, Kevin Wendell Crumb. Lisa, affirmative. Dexter, he deserved it. Sora T, puts on shades, hasta la vista, baby. Out of the smoke, an object flew high into the air and was coming towards me and I caught it. It was a talisman. Me, a talisman. It was the rabbit talisman. Me, it's the rabbit talisman. No wonder he was so fast. Kevin's spirit appeared and he had 24 heads on his body. One for each of his personalities. Kevin, I will be back and we will kill you JD. Kevin, Patricia count on it. Nicole, not gonna happen for all of you. Chance and incantation, Aldroan in Linthranal Vazalon Lyris Nor. Kevin went into the book of vile darkness. Kevin and his personalities, damn you JD. He was gone forever. Never to terrorize the world again with his evil murderous screwed up mind. Nico, good riddance to bad rubbish. Me, yep. Let's go home after we clean up all the oil. We did so. We watched the news. News reporter, In our top story, escaped criminally insane patient Kevin Wendell Crumb, the Horde, was killed earlier this morning when an offshore abandoned oil tanker exploded into a massive fireball and sunk into the ocean. JD. Knudsen and Team Loud Phoenix Storm cleaned up the oil from the tanker and prevented a major environmental disaster from happening. But the good news is that Kevin Wendell Crumb will never terrorize the country again with any of his 24 personae. Me, no he won't. Nico, I agree JD. Me, you all did a great job. And we have 4 talismans out of 12. Lincoln, we sure do. Laney, I can't believe he had that many personalities inside of him. He was one screwed up nutcase. Lola, you're telling me Laney. If I encountered someone like that I would make sure he would be put away forever. Lana, same here Lola. They high five. Me, yet. I put Kevin away just under a year ago and I warned him that if he ever escaped from the insane asylum, I would kill him. Lori, and you literally did. Very, yep. He deserved to die for everything he did. Rachel, you said it very. Me, now we've officially seen the last of Kevin the Horde. Linka, yep. The end. Another fanfiction complete. Split from 2016 was by far the strangest psychological horror movie sequel of the Unbreakable movies. 24 personalities? That is insane. Kevin Wendell Crumb was by far the weirdest villain I've ever seen in any movie. I never saw the movie but I saw the reviews it got. According to psychologists, it was a clear view into the mind of a person with dissociative identity disorder. It was a very prominent example of probing the mind of a person with multiple personalities. James McAvoy did a fantastic job portraying Kevin Wendell Crumb and his personalities. Nico-chan11 gave me the ideas for this. Thanks for that man as usual. Next up is the nefarious and ruthless masked serial killer Ghostface from Scream. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time. Split is owned by M. Night Shyamalan and Universal Pictures.